Hey, this is Joe for Citrus County Porch Life, bringing you a daily word for men for March 16th, 2025. And the word for today is beauty. March 25th is March 16th is a Sunday. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. Beauty captivates us. Just sit and watch other men when an attractive woman walks by. But it is not only in people we find beauty, we see, hear, taste, and feel beauty. Think of the magnificent mountains, like strong granite giants with water cascading down jagged cliffs and through green canopies, or the sound of an orchestral hall, exquisite music pumping you through the story of the song, or the taste of an amazing meal, steak, spice, salt, butter, seafood, dessert, all creating a salivation celebration. The beauty of touch exists as well, gripping the new leather on a steering wheel, running fingers along the smoothness of purified metal, and refreshing cold water splashing against your skin on a hot day. Many things around us are beautiful, and we only need to pause a moment to see, hear, taste, and feel them. And who created all this splendor? God. He is to be thanked for the beauty in our lives. Take a moment to experience what beauty God has placed around you. And it sure is beautiful in this part of West Coast Florida. I live in Homosassa, uh, Central Florida, north of Tampa, close to the Gulf, but not close enough where I particularly live to flood, but just up the road. Whenever we get a hurricane or heavy rain, it floods. But it is absolutely beautiful. The Gulf is beautiful. The wetlands are beautiful. The animals in the water are beautiful. And I'm thinking particularly of the manatee, probably the most peaceful animal I've ever seen. In the winter, when it gets cold, the females come with their babies because the natural water in the Homosassa River is about 71 degrees year round because of underwater springs. So we have that. Beautiful cranes yesterday. Uh, Two cranes, sandhill cranes, with their little babes, were walking around in my backyard. I was pulling out, so I didn't get a chance to film them. If I ever do, I'll put them up here. They're absolutely beautiful, and they take such good care of those little babes. They When they're small, they don't get far away from their parents at all. I think the father's in front, the mother in back, and then they switch off and they surround those babies because there are birds of prey in the sky that would like to come down and get them. And just the amount of vegetation and different things that you can eat. February, I always start my tomato plants. It's so nice being able to start them, uh, so early and get two crops out of them. Whereas when I was in New England, it wasn't that great. They look good, they're nice and red, and they taste even better. And as far as hearing, you can sit here at night on my porch and you can hear the bullfrogs in this little, it's not a river, it's not a lake, it's more like a pond. Such deep basses in their voice, and they're just little things. And you think of cars with gigantic speakers, and these frogs can, go up against them with the noise that they produce. Unbelievable. And also, human music. For me, the most beautiful piece of music I think ever created is a piece called the Pastoral Symphony by Beethoven. It, it's a piece of romantic music, and ever since I was a little kid, I could tell what he was writing about. It. You have birds chirping at each other through the sound of music. It tells a story through music, and it's absolutely beautiful. And and when I lived in New England, there was beauty there with mountains. You don't have mountains in Florida, but up in New England we did, and nothing like the trees after an ice storm. I didn't really like ice storms because that meant a power outage, but they were physically beautiful, glistening in the sun, glistening in the rising sun and the setting sun, and all very quickly disappears. Same thing with the fresh snow. Before the plows get to it and put sand down, then it turns a sickly brown. And it was bright white. Oh, it looked beautiful. It looked absolutely beautiful. And then I think of my cat, perfectly made. He jumps all over the place. Oh, my eyes are itchy. I think there's a lot of pollen out. He jumps all over the place. Perfect for what God made him to do. And a very friendly guy, too. So, beauty is abundant. And the closer you look, the more beautiful things look. It becomes another world. And I was thinking of first time I ever went warm water scuba diving. I am licensed, a NAUI license, and I went with a bunch of buddies from Rhode Island to Hawaii. Where the water's always like 82 degrees or so, and the fish are colorful. You can see more than a foot in front of you. All the plant life. It, it's hard to describe how beautiful it was. You go to another world and you forget that you got a mask on and just looking and seeing how great everything is. That was. I can do warm water diving down here, but that first time always sticks in my mind as the best ever. And Hawaii is just a physically beautiful place. Uh, and I won an award when I was in nursing school. I won the Nursing Student of the Year award and was flown out to British Columbia, first Seattle and then up to Vancouver, British Columbia, and taken on a lot of hikes and cross. I forget what you call those bridges, where it's not much more than a rope that you walk on and cross over a gorge, and that was beautiful, beautiful country, trees and trees and trees, and looking at totem poles made by the Indian peoples up in Canada. Absolutely beautiful. And the campus of the University of British Columbia, that, that's where I stayed. That was beautiful. And Vancouver Harbor was beautiful. They took us out to very expensive restaurant. I would never have gone there, but it was a freebie for the people that had won the award, and it overlooked the whole harbor, and you could see all the cruise ships coming in that were going to Alaska, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And they gave us the best room in the place to overlook the harbor, and so I've had all these wonderful experiences of seeing God's beauty, and that's one thing you can't deny, that it's a beautiful world, and there's beauty even in some things you wouldn't consider beautiful. So it is good to take time and look and see and experience God's beautiful world and all the wonderful things that He's given us to enjoy. So God bless you all. Have a safe and holy Sunday, and we will talk to you later.